Hormetic stress is critical to understand for the reason that I got out before, which is the fact that from the time we're 20 to the time we're 70, most people are losing 75% of their mitochondrial capacity. But it doesn't need to be that way. This is not a natural product of aging. So my point is to say that there's an optimal level for survival of mitochondria. And the body treats them as a liability unless you communicate to the body that they are needed for survival. How do you do that? Through stress. Mitochondria are your body's energy producing machinery that is designed to meet the demands that are being placed on it. So if you are in an environment where you're communicating to your body, hey, you need to be able to tolerate going on hunting excursions. You need to be able to tolerate periods of fasting, of famine. You need to be able to tolerate periods of extreme exertion, periods of extreme cold, periods of extreme heat, on and on and on. You are communicating those mitochondria are needed to survive the world that they're in. But as soon as you remove those hormetic stressors that the body is being exposed to, which is our modern lifestyle, then the body treats mitochondria as a liability. And in the same way that it treats muscle fibers in a cast as a liability, and they start to atrophy and shrink and shrivel and die off. So this is the good news. Just
Yes.
as if you have an atrophied leg after you broke your leg and were in a cast for 2 weeks, and if you do exercise and you start using those muscles, you can grow them back. And it happens quite rapidly, in fact. The same is true at the mitochondrial level. If you expose your body systematically to hormetic stressors and you challenge the body, and you have to work at that threshold of what is actually uncomfortable for your body, you are signaling to the body, you need to make adaptations to better adapt to handle and survive the stressors of this environment that I'm living in. So we want to be signaling to our body that all the time. And we do that through exercise, through different types of exercise, through breath holding practices, through thermal stress like heat and cold, through fasting practices, through different kinds of phytochemicals that are called xenohormetins or xenohormetic phytochemicals. And we can trigger those pathways that stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, that cause our mitochondria to grow and cause our mitochondria to grow new mitochondria from scratch. So we can actually go from 500 per cell to 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000.